Most people ask me, how do I become an overnight success? It's impossible to become an overnight success. All overnight successes that we see and we think are overnight successes took years to prepare in order for them to be called overnight successes. Let's say you just want to be popular, you want to be out there into the world has to know you or whatever it is. Let me answer that question instead. Listen, way back
from the struggles of England to becoming one of the wealthiest, and not just the wealthiest, but the most accurate prophets that the 21st century have seen. I'm talking about, Prophet Uebert Angel from Zimbabwe, and the position that he occupied in Zimbabwe as well, a political position that is being an ambassador at large for Zimbabwe. So in a country, he's just an ambassador, right? And doing great and marvelous for his country, Zimbabwe. Some may disagree, but the blueprint or the evidence is there. Now, let's dive deeper into today's subject. A lot of people ask, or sometimes when you see the comments, you see people have what they think about Prophet Angel, about where he gets his money and all of that. I don't have 100%, details to give you on that, but trust me, from his words and what I have seen, I have a lot of information to give you how Prophet Angel makes his money. Right? Let's dive into this particular video. Let's go get it.
Anyway, let me tell you something that happened. I got to a certain location and somebody gave me, some cryptocurrencies, and I sold them and bought Bitcoin. Are you getting this?
That's it.
And then I bought Bitcoin, was around 600 and something, or $700 there, close to $700 per Bitcoin. Now, of course, went to about 105,000. And I forgot the password. Literally forgot the password. For years, forgot the password. But I was busy sowing to God until I was in a bind financially. And God made me to remember the password. And now Bitcoin was now $65,000 a coin. Imagine I forgot when it was 700 and remembered when it was 65,000. I thank God for forgetting.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I could have said, oh, God is evil. What has happened? But I took it as, you know what? He's waiting for darkness. But I will continue sowing. I didn't say, God, you made me forget this. You are an evil God. No way. And you know what? If he had made me to remember my password, when it got to $2,000, I was selling. Trust me. I know this. I was going to sell and I was going to be very happy that 200%, 300%. But God knew this word is going to sell. Let's relax here. So are you getting what I'm trying to say? Yes. It's so easy, guys, to understand.
it is the student that matters more than the mentor. I understand the mentor is important, that he dispenses information, but the reality is most students have to really crave for that information. Let me give you an example. You've got in the ancient text, you've got Judas and John. They had the same mentor. Jesus Christ was their mentor. But one chose to betray him, another chose to listen and become the best friend of Jesus. It's all about what the student does with his mentor rather than what the mentor does with the student. Understand, Alexander the Great, one of these great leaders in the world, said he was more indebted to Aristotle than to his father Philip for giving him life. He was so interested in learning that he says Aristotle gave him more than his father who gave him life. So it's the student for me.
Say you have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, even $10,000. What will you do with that amount of money? Do you want to put it in savings? Because that's bullshit. You want to put it in treasury bill? That is double bullshit. You want to put it in bonds? That's triple bullshit. Do you know what you can do with that money? You need to go all in. This is the time. I feel it so hard. This is the time that millionaires will be made in the space of 4 years and even beyond, right? So this is the time to slap your money in cryptos. This is the time to invest your money in stocks. This is the time to do margin trading in Forex and synthetic indices and all of that, right? I am the right mentor for you. I'm the one who is going to show you the rightful strategy, how this thing works. No cap. Absolutely no cap, right? So I'm doing a promo and we have, canceled $80 to $40. You pay. I'm going to mentor you in whatever department you want me to mentor you in. And it's just nuggets, no bullshit, right? My name is Sean Nixon, and let's meet at the other side. Let's go.
But we are not ready to exercise power as people with no other option. Hush. When I came to Harare from where God comes from, Mashingo, I had one of my angles here, high up in the political field. I'm talking about controlling the political field. If I mention his name, you would be wondering what? I was moving down the streets there, praying to God so that I work for the company I wanted to work for. And he called me. I was staying with my brother. He called me. That uncle called me. And I was so happy that finally, this useless man don't act like you don't feel it. You know your relative, that relative of yours, that can help you, but it's not helping you. Useless. If you go to Nigeria, he'll be useless. The useless man called me. Useless. I said, I answered, very happy that this guy, my prayer, I now have to stop this prayer. This guy will just throw me, send me somewhere, and I start working there. He's calling me, he's like, when did you come to Harare? I said, yeah, been 2 months. Or what did you do? I did this, I did this, I did this. I'm giving the guy my curriculum vitae. He said, don't you think you need to go back home? Because you don't want to burden your brother. Huh? My spirit said a lot of words I can't repeat here. This is the first time I knew you could curse in tongues. I spoke in tongues and I realized the tongues were not for a blessing. I cursed his family. I cursed the day he was born. I said, thank you. I put the phone down. I said, do you know what? I'm going to get me a job now. I need to rise. I need to start a company. I need to do this. Within 3 months, I'd started a company. I asked one of my sisters who had a certain location in Sendosa there. And I said, look, I need to put my company here so we can do this and do this and do this. And she agreed, and we were using a garage to do whatever we were doing there. We were repairing this thing called tachographs. It was the early version of, these satellite navigators that were on tracks. The satellite navigators were already there, but we're using tachographs with tacho charts. And I'd learned it from somewhere. I'd worked for a few months, and I said, we're going to do this. And we started doing it, and money started coming in. Now listen to this. But it took me to be broke and be broken by a phone call from the person I thought was my helper for me to move. There is a power in being broke. I said the power of what? Of broke. If you're still broke, you're not broke enough. The day you will become broke, you don't have anything, you will rise. This is why I always say, Jesus said, it is difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. But it is easier for a camel to enter through the eye of a needle. But today, that needle, the eye of the needle has to expand for the camel to fit. Or the camel has to shrink and enter through the eye of a needle.
Say you have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, even $10,000. What will you do with that amount of money? Do you want to put it in savings? Because that's bullshit. You want to put it in treasury bill? That is double bullshit. They want to put it in bonds. That's triple bullshit. Do you know what you can do with that money? You need to go all in. This is the time. I feel it so hard. This is the time that millionaires will be made in the space of 4 years and even beyond, right? So this is the time to slap your money in cryptos. This is the time to invest your money in stocks. This is the time to, do margin trading in forex and synthetic indices and all of that, right? I am the right mentor for you. I'm the one who is going to show you the rightful strategy, how this thing works. No cap. Absolutely no cap, right? So I'm doing a promo and we have, canceled $80 to $40. You pay. I'm going to mentor you in whatever department you want me to mentor you in. And it's just nuggets, no bullshit, right? My name is Sean Nixon, and let's meet at the other side. Let's go.
On the point of becoming a multi-millionaire using the stock market or cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or all these emerging cryptocurrencies, I want you to get the facts. Just 2 days ago, $1 trillion was lost on the stock market. 100 billion this year alone on crypto value. You need to understand you can never be on the winning side of speculation. You can never be on the winning side of speculation. Stocks are just pieces of paper whose value is contrived or conjured from thin air. You get to understand Wall Street is just like any other business. It's like any other casino. They want you to bet on as many tables and as many colors as available. They do not care what happens. They care that they win. The same thing with brokers and fund managers. They all want to win. That's why luminaries like Warren Buffett, Seth Klarman, Howard Marks, they all express their skepticism on the cryptocurrency. You need to be careful. You can never be on the winning side of speculation.
Money is the easiest thing to make. Prosperity is not local, it is international. The rules are the same in Africa and America, in China is the same.
Most people ask me, how do I become an overnight success? It's impossible to become an overnight success. All overnight successes that we see and we think are overnight successes took years to prepare in order for them to be called overnight successes. Let's say you just want to be popular, you want to be out there into the world needs to know you or whatever it is. Let me answer that question instead. Listen, way back when we were growing up, we didn't even have anything called Instagram. We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have social media. The whole social media boom, we didn't have it. We had monochrome television, and we moved from monochrome to color TV, and those color television was the thing. That was our Instagram, our Facebook, or whatever. That was everything that we had. And any person who had the opportunity to come out on TV and to show around the whole world was the one who was going to become popular. Imagine nowadays we don't have that monochrome color TV. Forget it. People are now on Instagram. People are now on Facebook, on social media. Get on social media. Get on Facebook. Get on Instagram. Become an overnight success, but it takes time. Advertising. In business, doing business without advertising is like winking in the dark. You know what you're doing, but nobody else notices. Thomas Jefferson said something very, very profound. He said, stopping to advertise so that you save money is like stopping the clock in order to save time. It's impossible. So doing business without advertising is madness gone on rampage in business. Advertise.
So I just made you see a couple of videos about crypto, about Millionaire Academy, and about some other things that I've heard him alter when it comes to finance and when it comes to business. That is Profitable Angel. Now, let's first of all talk about crypto. I just shared a video not really long ago about Profitable Angel having to share a testimony that you know about his investment in cryptocurrency. This is not a financial advice. I'm just sharing a story with you. I'm not asking anybody to go buy anything or something like that. No. So it's about Profitable Angel having to share a story about him losing his credentials to his crypto assets. And this is how it all started. One, he got gifted with some crypto assets, but they weren't in Bitcoin. They were in other coin. So right, and he transferred everything from the value of which was given him in this other crypto asset, which I don't know about, and transferred everything into Bitcoin. And so after transferring it, the value was around, he said he bought Bitcoin around $600, $700 thereabout. I don't have the accurate figure unless I refer to that particular video. But trust me, it's between $600 to $700 thereabout. Now, when he bought it, some few months, weeks down the line, obviously he lost the credentials. And when he lost the credential, it was really hard for him, but not too hard because he already had some money with him. He's okay. Until he got into trouble. And trouble, I don't mean to say trouble, so to say trouble, but he needed some money. Then it was a challenge of remembering the credentials, but it took some time. And he was just there all of a sudden. He did everything he could do. He didn't get the credentials. And then all of a sudden, immediately, the credentials just came to, he just got it, right? That's what I mean to say. After getting the credentials, at that point in time, Bitcoin moved from, the $600 value that he bought it to 60 something thousand dollars. And if you do the math, right, it is thousands of percent that we are talking about right here. Now, I don't know this particular thing. How many Bitcoins did he buy, right, at a value of $600? I don't know, or 600 to 700. I don't know whether he only got one Bitcoin or more. You understand me? But I suspect he got more than one Bitcoin. That is what I suspect, right? So we are talking about ways Prophet Uebert makes his money, and I'm just giving you what I have seen him share. Okay, this is purely what I've seen him share. So the Bitcoin assets or crypto asset that he acquired over the time. And trust me, Bitcoin worth $60,000 as at the time that he remembered the logins and took it off. I think he said he drew some funds in Bitcoin and all of that. That was very, very beautiful. And don't think this is a made up story, because a lot of I know people who have forgotten their logins to their crypto assets, most especially Bitcoin. And the value of Bitcoin is really up there right now, that they got it very cheaper, in those days. Some people got Bitcoin as cheap as $5, $1, $10, $50, and all of that. But as it stands now, they still can't recall their credentials. And so it happens with a lot of people in the industry. But Prophet Uebert, on the other hand, was just, for a lack of better word, he was just fortunate enough to, remember his credentials. And so, what I want to tell you is that if you go deeper into details, Prophet Uebert is, a crypto expert. You understand me? The story should just tell you that by now this person is a crypto expert, right? Let's leave that one aside. The second one I want to talk about is the Billionaire Academy. So the Billionaire Academy is a particular institution. I'll call it an institution that Prophet Uebert, is the leader or the president there. What he does is he brings people together, people who want to learn about finance, people who want to learn about business and all of that, mentor them in that space and charge a fee for it. We are talking about how Prophet Uebert makes money. I hope you're on the same page. And I'm not talking too much because I'm not done with the presentation. So Prophet Uebert charges fees for mentorship. And trust me, if you see Prophet Uebert talking about finance, you open your mouth like this. I'm telling you the fact. And I don't know how much he charges for the Billionaire Academy. You can go on the website. I think it's millionaireacademy.com. So I don't know. So don't go and say something and say, okay, I led you to a wrong platform. No, I don't know. So the best thing for you to do is to go to their official website and look for it. I don't know whether it's millionaireacademy.org or .com. I don't know. Just pardon me. I just don't know. Unless you want to make some quick research and get it. So go to their official website, the church website, and I think maybe you can find that link there or that domain there or something like that. Or you can go visit Prophet Uebert social media handles, the official ones. Don't go and follow some scammer somewhere. Please. This is not a call to action too. Just giving you details here. Now, so that is another second way. Pardon me for my voice, I have cold. That's another second way Prophet Uebert makes his money. Okay? So that when you chance upon this video, you will not come and ask again, or you will not go and say, you know, wrong things anywhere else. So he charges a fee, and trust me, we are not trying to look into how much profit the angel makes, so to say, but I'm just trying to open eyes here to clear some, to make some clarifications in regards to what people say about profit the angel. Okay, so let's just say profit the angel charges a fee of $1,000 for anybody who enrolls in Millionaire Academy, and 1,000 people enroll. Let's say 1,000 people enroll. So 1,000 by 1,000, how much are we talking about? Is it, let's do the math. Is it 1 million we are talking about here? Is it 1 million we are talking about here? Um, let's all do the math so we don't deceive each other with wrong figures. That's 1 million we are talking about here. 1 million. So that's $1 million we are talking about here. If 1,000 people enroll in the Millionaire Academy and the fee is $1,000, I'm just saying, just giving you a scenario, right? Because a lot of people, mentally they cannot advance and think about stuff. So I'm just helping those people too, right? 1,000, 1 million. So just imagine a lot. I don't know how many people, I don't have the data to that. How many people enroll in Millionaire Academy and all of that. So just know. I want to clarify something, and I'm going there. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is Profitable Angel started trading, was also trading expert option. I don't know whether he's still doing it or not. I think he stopped doing it. I don't know. I don't know whether but expert option. Honestly, myself as a finance person, I have my take on expert option, right? And my take is they don't really mimic real life assets or something like that. It's just some automated systems. Like, give me a second. Sorry about that. It's just an automated system. But what I'm trying to tell you is that Profitable Angel is an expert in trading, expert option, and all of that. I don't know about Forex. No, I don't know. But I know about crypto. I know about expert option. And I know, obviously, about stocks. Okay? Profitable Angel does that as well. It- I know one of the stakeholders in Forex trading in South Africa. His name is Ref Wayne, Refilio Wayne. He's had an encounter with even Prophet Bishiri at the time. Okay, but I don't want to share anything about that. I'm talking about Profitable Angel here. So Profitable Angel makes is into all of these things. So just do the math. Now let's talk about the fees that he charges for giving speech in various institutions, could be schools and all of that. Last time I was in a broadcast and he was sharing. That was years ago. He said he charges up to even more than £200,000 for giving a speech from 30 minutes to an hour or something like that. Speech, bro, speech. So in a month, if this man gives 5 speeches in various institutions, 200,000 by 5, we are talking about 1 million, because 200 times, bro, easy, bro. That's a lot of money, bro. Now let's come to church. I'm only talking about things that I have information on. That if it gets to the worst case scenario, that's people coming back and forth at me, I can pull videos from online from Profitable Angels platform and show you that, see Profitable Angel talking about this. It would take me time to do that because all of these videos are out there that I need to go and search, right? So Profitable Angel was talking about offering and tithes at some point in a broadcast, and he even gave, you know, some concerns that they should even ask the financial secretary in the church that sometimes offerings, they barely even get $1,000 in offerings and tithes. That is in the church, in that particular branch. Is it Harare? Yeah, I believe it's Harare. And so I'm saying this particular thing to clarify that Prophet Evangelist didn't send me to tell you this. I just want to clarify by the information I have at hand so that you are informed. If you juxtapose these things that I mentioned and you put the offerings that Prophet Uebert said they make, you see the gap. The man gives speech in various institutions for 30 to 1 hour and is paid £200,000 or even more. And then a whole Harari that takes thousands of people in tithes and offerings is $1,000. It's not even up to, you see the difference here. So the thing about, oh, maybe Prophet Angel is people saying, they loot from church members and all of those things. And I always say, I want to tell you something. Prophets who make a lot of money, they make those monies not from church coffers, so to say, the offerings and tithes that people give on Sunday. They make more of their monies from people they've helped, and those few people who came back to them and said, "Oh, you helped me, and I have $1 million for you. I have 200,000 for you. I have this amount for you. I'm giving you this seed. I'm giving you." That's how they make their money, and that's a gift for the prophet, and it belongs to the prophet. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm trying to say here. See, a lot of things, most of the things that I mentioned, all of the things that I mentioned, it is the labor and solely the labor of Prophet Uebert. I rest my case. This is the rise. I mean, Prophet Ibrahim just shared his story when he went to London. I think he was staying with his brother. Why am I forgetting? You know, Pastor. I forgot. Come on, how am I supposed to be forgetting this name? Remind me of the pastor's name. His immediate senior brother. Forgotten his name. That's very bad. Come on, what's wrong with me? So I think he stayed with that brother or something like that out there in the UK. I mean, the story was bitter, and then skilled prophet Prophet Benjo, who was supposed to just stay home, they will figure everything out. The brother went to work before he returned. Prophet Benjo also went to work, and now we are even talking about this man. Upon all of these struggles from London, we are talking. I've not even talked about excuse me, the fact that he's an ambassador at large. That obviously, I don't know whether he accepts salary from the government, but obviously that particular position also deserves a salary, right? But let's not even talk about that because it makes way more and wouldn't even need an amount. That's as an ambassador. So before we even talk about church money, like people think these prophets are looting people and all of that, let's consider all of these things. And I hope with my presentation, those of you who have thought deeper about it, you will understand. Somebody will say, how about the different branches across the globe? I'm not going to even say anything. I'll hold it there. Okay, so I'm just talking about how Prophet Evangelist makes his money and from the struggles of landing to becoming one of the richest prophets and the most accurate prophets in the world. My name is Chodanix. I love to break down gospel messages like this. Make sure you subscribe, share, like this video if you've not done that already, and subscribe to the backup channel as well if you've not done that already. And I'm out. Relax and chill. Peace.